You already know what it is. New microphone. It's Aaron SK, aka Double A. And this is the Raw Wrap-Up episode 4. Didn't get to do the episode for you guys last week. Mostly because I was ill. And I had no footage. And I had no mic. But I got a sick mic now, so I'm all good, ready to go. But anyway, let's get into it. Very, very, very emotional Raw this week. Obviously, the big news was that my man D-Bry is retiring. He put out a tweet earlier saying he had to retire, and he addressed it on Raw. Had a lot of people and some friends thinking that this could possibly be a work. You know, because we know that, well, some people know that he had been training and he'd been kind of fit and ready to go and ready to get back in the ring for a while, but apparently WWE officials weren't having none of it. They didn't clear him to wrestle, so he couldn't get back in. But as we found out this week, it wasn't a work. D-Bry is actually retired. He's done. That's it. Man can't wrestle no more, man. And it's sad. It's a sad thing to, as a wrestler and as a wrestling fan, to see or have to hear a guy come out and say that. Especially as well when he just I feel for him. That was a bit of a cheap goal, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I feel for him, man. I feel for him. It's like, you know, I would say at least he got to win the world title in a way that, the best possible way. The payoff was great. The build to that whole WWE Championship at Mania was, what kind of tackle was that? It was great. It was, yeah. In fact, that's probably one of the best rivalries and stories and builds I've seen in a long time. The WWE put together. It was done so well because every time that tackle is absolute dirt. Every time they kind of teased, and it was like, no, he's not good enough. We're not going to have him doing this, and he can't be the champ and all this. And it was like kind of they gave us little breadcrumbs, and it was like, oh, are they going to do it? And then they'd kind of pull it back, and we'd think, oh, this is never going to happen. It didn't matter how much we complained, and we didn't want Batista, and we didn't want Reigns, and all this stuff they kind of threw in there. But in the end, whether they had that planned all along, or it was kind of like a last minute, okay, we really messed up, let's fix this kind of thing, the payoff was just amazing. That WrestleMania moment was amazing. Like, it was amazing. The whole thing was just amazing. Like, it was amazing. It was so, I felt so happy for the guy. So happy for the guy. But, you know, he didn't get to, I don't want to blame WWE, but they left it so late. He never got a chance to have a long run with the belt, defend it properly, have decent feud. But you know, he made it impact, man. He made it impact. But it's just, yeah, it was just, felt bad for him. And I was kind of worried as well, because they kind of announced it at the beginning of the show. They had a little video montage at the beginning, and so I thought, I don't think this is, I was hoping they weren't going to start with it. It's not really something you want to start with, because I can't imagine, in my head I was thinking, I can't imagine this is going to not be emotional. So to have it at the beginning, don't know if that's really going to work. So they didn't. They saved it till the end, which I thought was really nice. Loads of little clips, video clips of some of his best moments throughout the build-up, throughout the whole show. So basically, the show was his show, and then he got a good 20 minutes at the end to say what he had to say, which was really nice. No interruptions, no nonsense from commentary. It was just a really nice send-off for him, which I think, I don't want to give Vince too much praise, but I kind of feel like, even kind of seeing him there, and when he came out, when the backroom came out at the end, and they were on the ramp, you know, clapping and doing the yes chant with Brian or whatever. Even the tweet that he put out, I feel like deep down he probably still doesn't like, you know, the small scruffy looking types, but I think Bryan has definitely gone a long way in changing Vince's perception of that archetype of wrestler. And it was nice, man. It was nice to see Vince out there and hugging him and looking genuinely pleased for him and happy for him and grateful that he got to do what he did, even though he's got this whole stigma of if you're not a flipping Lex Luger, Batista type, then he's not interested in you. So yeah, it was a nice touch, man. And if you didn't have an idea of how genuinely nice D-Bry is, like, I don't know how you would not be able to tell that from that guy. That his whole speech and the way he kind of came across there would definitely have not changed your mind, but you would definitely know that the guy is a genuinely nice guy, man. Like, I don't think there's anyone that could would have a bad word to say about him. Yeah, man, it's just I'm gutted for him, proper gutted for him. It's just like, I won't say very reminiscent of Edge, but it was the same kind of feels I had when Edge had to retire. But at least Edge got a massive, huge, great long run with the title, back and forth, and he got to kind of do that bit before he had to, even though he still had to retire early. It was still abrupt, and it still sucked. But yeah, definitely got that kind of vibe. But he's come out of it good, man. He's come out of it good. He met his wife in wrestling. He owes, the guy loves wrestling with his every fibre. But damn, man, it's just, the dream's gone. The D-Bry dream is gone. I really hope somehow, some way he would have come back at some point and had been in the title shot again. But it's gone, man. It's gone. Yeah, it was tough. It was real tough. But the show must go on, as they say. So apart from obviously that mad bombshell, what else happened on Raw? Had the contract signing for Fastlane. This guy gets one shot on goal and scores. Anyway, yeah, so had a contract signing for Raw for Fastlane for the triple threat match. Okay, honestly, Dean Ambrose, man, this guy can just do no wrong at the moment. His stock is just through the roof. Like, everything he does is gold. He's gold on the mic. His persona is gold. I'm just absolutely loving everything he does. He's so good right now. And it's like, I know no matter how good they make him look, and no matter, he's never going to get that title at Mania. It's just not going to happen. They'll probably tease us a lot still up until that moment, but no chance. But damn, I actually would love to see the world title on him. He's making Reigns just look so amateur in comparison. And you would just never, when the Shield first kind of dropped, you would never, when I first saw him, I used to think Ambrose was, out of the three, the one I never really saw doing anything on his own. And this guy has just completely come into his own. Goading Brock, I love this, goading Brock Lesnar, going up into his face and not caring, taking the F5s and calling them F2s and 3s. He was great on the mic. When he came back out and goaded Brock for 5 minutes, he was great. Took the beating like a champ, goaded him some more. It was brilliant. It's starting to, you can see little cracks between Roman and not little cracks, but I'm hoping it's nothing massive where they're going to try and make Ambrose go heel, because honestly that would be the stupidest thing they could ever do, and he would never be, the WWE universe will not allow him to be heel. So even if they try to go down that route, it's not going to happen. So, but Stephanie's still trying the whole, don't you notice, Dean, every time you come out, Reigns is trying to steal your spotlight, all this crap. And then when they were talking backstage that he wanted to go and deal with Brock on his own, Roman was like, what, you're still bitter about SmackDown or whatever. So it's like they're kind of teasing that there's cracks forming before Fastlane, which I guess maybe, but I don't want to see like an actual split, you know, full on split before Fastlane. I don't think that'll work. Now I said, the fans will not allow him to be heel. It's just not going to happen. Not going to happen. They won't have it. But yeah, Dean Ambrose, man, he is just on fire at the moment. Everything he does is gold. Brock, again, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Bray, because it's like Bray was back this week. What happened? Who was he fighting? Ryback with his, his new gear. And unfortunately, I don't think anyone cares about Ryback other than the Feed Me More. Like, how does he say that? Like, I don't think anyone cares. Honestly, does anyone really care about Ryback apart from saying Feed Me More, which is all great. But yeah, Brock didn't bother coming out. They didn't address him. They just beat up Ryback after the match. Amazing counter as well into Sister Abigail from Bray. Flipping out this guy. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. I'm still pretty certain that they're going to come out of Fastlane and mess with Brock. So he ain't going to Mania. It doesn't make any sense anyway why Triple H would even want Brock as a potential opponent. It makes no sense. But yeah, Ryback's just kind of floating around in the wind at the moment. Don't know what's going on. Also, even though it didn't last long, I'm upset. I really, really hope that there's going to be the world's strongest unicorn t-shirts coming out, because while it lasted, that was pretty funny. I mean, New Day are gold anyway. The fact that they've got Mark Henry to kind of get in on there, and Big E announced him as the world's strongest unicorn. It's just, I need that t-shirt. But yeah, it was. Don't know what's happening. Fastlane is still a weird one. I really don't know. I can only see Roman winning this now, which is going to be lame. Ziggler and Owens had their third match, which Ziggler won by literally lying down on top of the second rope while he was pinning Owens. So he's won the rubber band match. It's 2 to Owens' 1. I don't know what's going to happen with them two. Are they going to have another match at Fastlane? Like, what? No point in it being the normal match, because if Owens wins, it will just be 2-2. They're not going to have a last man standing match, because that would just be lame. Because Owens has just had one. So maybe your best 2 out of 3 falls. I don't know. They could make that work. But they work well together, so it could be a good match. And then Miz TV got turned into Miz TV got turned into the highlight reel of Jericho. Also, I think Miz is really underrated as a heel. On the mic, he is really, really good. Last week he cut a great promo when he had AJ as a guest, and he cut the promo about AJ himself. It was really, really good. I can see that potentially being a triple threat at Fastlane, the way things are going at the moment with them 3. But yeah, that was a good segment with them 2. Again, I'm not a massive fan of him as a wrestler, but as a heel on the mic, Miz is gold, man. He's gold. Oh yeah, and the Dudleys turned on the Usos as well, which is a bit random, because apparently you're not allowed to have a tables match without them being involved in it. I'm happy. I'm fine with that. Mix it up a bit. I don't know what that's gonna lead into or what that means, but whatever. It's different, I guess. I don't know if Jimmy is actually injured, but he was holding his knee for like the last 5 minutes of the match. I don't know if he actually hurt himself again. So I don't know. Maybe that was a way to kind of keep them out for a bit. I don't know if he was actually injured or not. But yeah, they got put through a table. They're the Dudleys, and you can't have a table match without consulting them first, I guess is the new thing. I don't know, but I'm fine with it. I don't mind. Yeah, we'll see what happens next week anyway. I'm sure they'll do some other madness. But I'm gonna wrap this video up now because it's coming to the end. The gameplay pro is about to finish before the actual match finishes as well, because I can only record 15 minutes obviously on PS4. Game's won anyway, it's 3-1. I actually end up beating him 4-1, but I don't get the last goal. He wasn't that great. He's Barcelona. I used Valencia and he wasn't sick. He wasn't sick. But anyway, guys, it's been your boy Aaron aka Double A. Hope you enjoyed the video and the commentary, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.